To restream or not to restream? That is the question that we are going to be covering in today's video, and this is kind of a hotly debated topic within the streaming community. So let's dig into it and let's figure out whether you should restream or not in your content creation. Now, I'm a Twitch streamer myself, and if you ever want to come hang out with us on Twitch, link is in the description of this video. But being on Twitch for the last 4 years, I've seen this question come up multiple times. Should I be restreaming? Should I stream to these multiple platforms? Or should I just focus on Twitch? Should I just focus on YouTube or some other streaming platform? And I've never really known exactly where I stand on this, or at least I've never taken a definitive stance one way or another. You know, I've heard some big content creators say, don't restream, whatever you do. And I've heard some big content creators say, do restream, it's the only way to go, right? I've heard both sides of the argument, and I kind of have stayed away from the topic a little bit because I just have been trying to figure out what I think about it. You know, I've looked at both sides of the argument, I've looked at all the details, but I think I've finally figured out where I stand on the whole restreaming debate. But for those of you who are watching this video and are like, I don't even really know what restreaming is or what it entails, basically, it's you streaming on multiple platforms at the same time. And that's what restreaming is. Is that a good idea or is it a bad idea? And at first glance, in a lot of ways, it seems like a great idea. And then people have brought up different debates or cons that they've seen to restreaming as to why you shouldn't do it. But I think that a lot of the cons that I've seen brought up, or at least a lot of the aspects I've seen brought up against restreaming, I've actually discovered there are answers to those cons, which then turn those cons into a non-issue. And the first question you have to ask yourself in this whole debate is, what type of streamer do you want to be? What are your goals as a streamer? Because when it comes to restreaming, if you're just starting out, there's a whole different set of goals. There's a whole different set of objectives as a new streamer that somebody who's already kind of jumped into streaming is going to have. So for instance, if you're on Twitch and you're already a Twitch affiliate or a Twitch partner, restreaming is not an option for you. And the reason why is because in Twitch's terms of service, in most affiliate and partner contracts that I've ever seen, there's an exclusivity clause that says that you can't stream anything on Twitch on any other platform within a 24-hour period. You can't play or do anything with the content on Twitch for 24 hours at least. Some terms of service contracts or some partner contracts even take it a step further and say you cannot stream on any other platform. But for a lot of Twitch streamers who are affiliates or have certain partner contracts, you can actually stream on other platforms, but you can't take whatever you put on Twitch and put that anywhere else. And if you're restreaming, then technically what's going on Twitch is also going on these other platforms. And so you really can't do it as a Twitch streamer if you've signed either one of those contracts for affiliate or partner. Whereas if you're not affiliated with Twitch or you're not a partner on Twitch, you have free reign. You can stream on whatever platforms you want, including Twitch, and there's nothing against that, right? You have the right to do that. So if you're just starting out and you haven't reached affiliate or partner status with Twitch, or maybe you've reached affiliate but you've kind of stayed stagnant in your growth, then maybe restreaming is exactly what you've been needing, and I'll explain why here in just a minute. But for those of you who have established communities in any one of these areas, restreaming might be something that you have to very carefully look at and figure out for yourself. So this is where we get into the pros and cons of restreaming. And I'm going to start out with one of the pros, the big pros of restreaming and why you should look at doing it if it's falls within that range of, you know, either a new streamer or somebody that's not bound by a contract. And that pro is that restreaming helps you reach the biggest potential audience. Now, if you're a brand new streamer, this is super attractive because instead of streaming to 2 people on one platform, you could be streaming to 6 people over 3 platforms, right? Or 8 people over 4 platforms, or however many people are in there. And so the more people you get to watch on each one of these platforms, the more your audience is going to grow, the more people are going to find out about your content or you as a content creator. And it really just kind of exponentially grows your brand faster than streaming on just one platform. So this is the most attractive aspect of restreaming, is that, hey, I can put my stuff out there to multiple places and anybody can see it on any one of these places, right? Now, the con that is often associated with restreaming, one of the biggest cons or negatives about it, would be the fact that it causes you to be detached from your community or from the people watching. Because if you're restreaming, the people on Twitch will only see what's happening on Twitch, and the people on YouTube will only see what's happening on YouTube chat-wise. So you might answer a question on Twitch and be talking to somebody on Twitch. Well, the people on YouTube are going to be detached from that conversation because they don't see in context what it is you're talking about. But with this con, and something I've heard as an argument against restreaming, there's actually what I think is a very simple solution to work around this and allow you to restream without having to worry about that issue. The detached audience and community can easily be counteracted by being open about what you're doing. Instead of hiding the fact that you're restreaming, why not tell everybody that you're restreaming? I've even heard people say nobody's gonna know that you're restreaming, but I started thinking about it and I was like, why would that be a bad thing if people knew that you were restreaming? The reality is if you're restreaming, you could literally just say, hey, I'm live, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, right now, watch me on any platform, right? And that gives people options, which means if somebody wants to come hang out with you and see you as a content creator, then they can go to their preferred platform and watch your content. But also on top of that, you could simply put like a logo on the screen that has the places that you're streaming, and you could say live now on, and then have the little logo of each of the streaming platforms you're using. Having a logo like that on screen instantly tells anybody who's watching there are multiple platforms now watching this content. And then another big aspect to this is actually your chat interaction. Instead of reacting to a chat and just answering a question, right? Somebody's question in one of the chats, and you answer a question on Twitch by just answering it. Nobody on YouTube is going to see that question. Instead, say, so-and-so on Twitch asked this, or so-and-so on YouTube said this, and here's my response, right? And so what happens is you adjust just slightly your mentality about streaming and how you interact with your community. And now the people on Twitch say, oh, he's on YouTube as well? Hey, maybe I should go subscribe to him on YouTube, right? Or maybe I should pull up YouTube as well and pop the chat out so I can see multiple chats. And so the reality is that you can work around that whole detached audience thing very, very easily. Another thing you can do is actually put a universal chat on your overlays for your stream so people can see the universal chat, people from each one of the different platforms. So this kind of negates the whole detachment aspect. If you stream right, if you do it the right way, then you can work around that very easily. Now, another pro to restreaming is that restreaming can actually help you figure out which platform works better for your content. You know, you might start streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch and find out that maybe you have more viewers on YouTube than you do on Facebook or Twitch. Maybe Twitch is your #1 most viewed platform, or maybe Facebook blows up for you. Really, restreaming is not only a way to have bigger exposure, but it actually can become a way for you to figure out better early on what type of content you want to create, where your audience really is, and maybe where you want to focus your attention. Now, another con to restreaming is the fact that when you start to grow, let's say you start to grow on Twitch and you've been restreaming to multiple platforms and Twitch offers you an affiliate contract or they offer you a partner contract. Well, those things come with cool perks for Twitch, but you can't take those contracts and still restream to other platforms unless you can somehow work out a deal with Twitch where they're okay with it. But in most cases, you can't stream on Twitch and stream on other platforms and sign an affiliate or a partner contract, at least not at this point. Now, if they ever change that, then there will really be no reason not to do it. As you start to grow, if Twitch becomes your main platform, that's something you're gonna have to consider. Do I value being an affiliate or a partner more than I do the triple or quadruple exposure I get from restreaming to multiple platforms? Now, especially for those of you who are just now starting your streaming journey, the best time to start restreaming is right now. Because if you are not affiliated or partnered on Twitch and you've got 30, 35 different platforms out there that you could be streaming to, why not start testing out a few of them, right? Take your top 3, your top 4, your top 5, start streaming to all of them. If you're brand new into the streaming world, then there's no reason not to figure out kind of where you like streaming best and what platforms, what interaction, what community you really want to become a part of. If you're early on in your streaming journey, even if you've already started on one platform, go ahead and experiment. Be a little bit adventurous, figure out what you like better, and restream to multiple platforms so that you can see what works the best. It'd be a shame if you were streaming on Twitch and you had 3 viewers, but if you were streaming on Facebook at the same time, you could have 300 viewers and you just would never know about it if you never tried it, right? That would be a pretty big bummer, and it is possible. You could have 300 viewers on Facebook, but you're streaming on the wrong platform, and vice versa. Maybe you only stream on Facebook and you don't realize that the Twitch community would love your content if you were on Twitch and you'd have a massive amount of viewers on Twitch, but you're streaming on Facebook. So the option of restreaming gives you the ability to test all of that out and see what works best for you. So it really boils down to this. If you're newer into your content career or your streaming journey and you feel like you've stagnated, or maybe you just aren't seeing a lot of growth or not seeing at least some growth in your channel, then maybe you should go ahead and start restreaming now. If you're already established in one platform or another, then at that point you need to check the contracts of those platforms and see what you're allowed to do and not do. If there's nothing against restreaming, I don't see a problem with trying it out, but you do need to take the steps like we mentioned earlier, as far as letting your audience know that you're restreaming, reading comments and saying where they're from if they're from a different platform. That way people can kind of know the context of the conversation. But those simple little things literally negate a lot of the negative aspects that people associate with restreaming. So especially as we move into the future where more and more every day creating content on other platforms is the most important thing right now, in order to get your brand or your content out there, why would you limit yourself to creating your live stream content on only one platform when the option is there to push it out to many? So once you get that all figured out, let's say you've come to the place where you're like, you know what? I want to restream. I definitely want to stream to multiple platforms. What do I need to do? Well, guys, there's actually a super easy way to restream. And a lot of times this is the first option people consider when they talk about restreaming, and that's using a company called Restream.io. Now, I want to say a big thank you to Restream.io for sponsoring this video as we talk about this subject, because they do a fantastic job at this very thing. Restream.io is one of the best ways to restream using OBS or Streamlabs OBS or other platforms. They allow you to directly connect in OBS or Streamlabs OBS, or you can also use a stream key and you can send your stream from OBS to Restream, who will then ship it out to whatever platforms you choose to stream on. And Restream actually has 35 different platforms that you can stream to using their service. Now, in addition to that, you can also stream directly from Restream. They've got a very robust streaming platform that allows you to not only share your stream and have overlays on your stream, but also bring in guests, show videos. You can put different questions from the chat up on screen just by clicking in their universal chat as to what message you want to show, and then you can answer it. So they've got a lot of really cool features that make Restream not only a platform for restreaming, but a fully featured streaming platform that you can utilize as your main stream software. Restream also provides you very detailed analytics that will show you exactly how you did on each one of the respective platforms you were streaming to. This way you can not only see what your total amount of views were and things like that, but you can also see a breakdown of how many people were watching your stream on which platforms. This will let you discover which platforms actually work best for you and where people really enjoy consuming your content the most. Now, in addition to that, Restream has a very robust universal chat that will bring in the chat messages from all the different platforms you're streaming on. You can also use this same chat and bring it into OBS or Streamlabs OBS as an overlay on screen so people can see what everyone's saying. And because Restream is free, you can start restreaming today. It doesn't cost you anything to start restreaming. Now, they do have other options for billing in case you want other features, but Restream will allow you to restream to 30 plus platforms, multiples at a time. And what's really cool is that Restream, they actually have a little watermark that's called Restream that they put on the screen if you're a free user, which takes care of that graphic we were talking about earlier, telling people that you're restreaming. And so they take care of that for you, but there's also paid tiers if you want to do custom logos or you don't want the watermark. You can do that yourself. You do have different tiers you can pay for that unlock different features. So lots and lots and lots of really cool features on Restream.io. It is absolutely the #1 place that you should use for restreaming. So you guys check it out. Links in the description of this video for Restream if you want to check that out. The link will help support this stream, but also take you right over to Restream to check it out and get signed up for free or one of their higher paid tiers if you want to do that. But if you have any questions, guys, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are on restreaming. Are you going to do it? Are you more in the camp of not restreaming? What are your feelings about it? Also, guys, if you like this video, make sure you smack that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to find out when more videos like this go live. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm live on Twitch every week, twitch.tv/EagleGarrett. We would love to have you over there. Come join us. And you can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and in our Discord community of over 26,000 people at discord.gg/flock. So come hang out with us, you guys. We're everywhere. With that being said, guys, thanks so much for watching. Rock on, peace out, God bless, and last but not least, cacao! Let's go! Bingo bango, killing it. Look at this pass right here, guys. Look at this pass. Throwing it out. Bingo bango just absolutely destroying the competition. Catching a beautiful, beautiful spiral from yours truly, quarterback EagleGarrett.